My name is AFLO the poet.
Don't perpetuate dark imaginings. Smile with your heart. Be honest with yourself.
They say history repeats itself, but it actually never left. Being reprimanded or cursed for knowing my worth leaves a hollow in my chest.
So stay down if you're down with the white institution. We're black and we're brown and we are the revolution. Hello again, wonderful people. My name is AFLO the poet and I would like to welcome you back to another episode of AFLO and the Poets. We will be using this space to uplift the voices of black people and people of colour, and each week I'll be inviting another poetic creative to chat with me and to share their work with all of you. 2020 has been a rough ride for many, particularly for the black community. Black Lives Matter has picked up a lot of momentum this year, with many people promising they would be listening to black voices from now on. Here is your opportunity. Throughout history, we have used creative outlets as a way of healing ourselves while sharing our messages with the wider community. And that is exactly what AFLO and the Poets is all about. We hope you enjoy the show. So I've got a little poem to start us off called I Meant to Say. I would like to apologise. I would like to apologise to all the people who ever told me, but I'm so fat. I'm sorry for saying, no, you're not, because I didn't mean that. I meant to say you're a goddess, and your body reminds me of those paintings in galleries of muses from past centuries that people pay money to go and see. I meant to say your body is a fortress that looks strong and sturdy and so more than worthy of love and softness. I may have even meant to say, yes, you are fat, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The media is toxic and paints some bodies as impure, in need of lipo, detox, waxing, Botox, and a hell of a lot more. It's really hard to get there, and there's a lot to unlearn, but eventually you'll see your appearance is no one else's concern. I meant to say, embody your body in all its glory. Each wrinkle, each roll, each scar, each dimple tells a story, and each one is a tale of how your body stuck with you through thick and thin. So embrace that pimple and be kind to that second chin. You're beautiful on the outside because your beauty shines from within. Hello, and thank you for joining us for another episode of AFLO and the Poets. Today we have the wonderful Khanyisa with us. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you.
No,
thank you.
you.
So, Khanyisa, I've been blessed to hear some of your poems, like poetry poems, but I know that you do some other creative stuff as well.
Yeah. I should mention, really, I'm a queer, non-binary singer-songwriter and guitarist. I've been playing since I was about 11.
11?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got brought up in church as well, so it was kind of natural for me to fall into a musical sort of background.
We've spoken in the past episodes about how we're all poets and poetry comes in so many different forms, and I think that you capture that so beautifully.
Thank you. Well, yeah, it's about words for me, in whatever form that takes, you know, even if it's a visual writing. But yeah, they are the same thing. It's a better way to connect with people, and it's really healing for
so
the person that's writing as well.
So healing. I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I know I've heard some of your songs that are coming up, and I think that you write about issues that hit you quite hard in the heart, but you phrase it in a way that it's healing just to listen to. That's
kind of the hope. I want to take people on a journey with my music and with my lyrics. Yeah, it's about moving people and about making people think. But also, yeah, I write political stuff, but I also write stuff about love and sex and God.
Mix it up.
Mix it up. Everything, misogyny.
You've got 2 songs for us in this first half.
Yeah.
And they're going to be playing now. Enjoy.
quiet for so long, 'cause he spoke before me. I was loud with an attitude, 'cause you fly before me. I was here before you saw me. Lighty, Lighty, Lighty. I was questioned when I was fragile. Where do you call home? Ooh, uncomfortably comfortable. Between two worlds, I'm an unknown neighbor. Lighty, Lighty, Lighty. Fetishized by the kinks in my hair, by my lips round and pink, by the curve of my hips. I'm ostracized for amount of pigment, the accent I speak, those crude jokes are cheap. Lighty, 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 Lighty. Something in her smile got me captivated, caught in ecstasy. She kept me high all night. I don't want to come down from this feeling. Got my mind reeling. How do I freeze time to keep you next to me? If it's just tonight, I'll give you all you need. If we just rewind, replaying slow speed, you'll see you're free with me tonight. And there's a power in the silences you leave. In this darkness, I still hear your body speak to me. For a time, I was left still haunted in my dreams. But you've got my soul lifted, my mind shifted, I'm tongue twisted over you. Tongue twisted. Something in those eyes so wild it moves me. A gaze held so intensely, like fire spreads across the plains. And tonight I'm just so glad you choose me to be your poet, write all over you. How do I freeze time to keep you next to me? If it's just tonight, I'll give you all you need. If we just rewind, replaying slow speed, you'll see you're free with me tonight. And there's a power in the silences you leave. In this darkness, I still hear your body speak to me. For a time, I was left still haunted in my dreams. But you've got my soul lifted, my mind shifted, I'm tongue twisted over you. soul lifted, mind shifted, 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 tongue twisted over you. And there's a power in the silences you leave. In this darkness, I still hear your body speak to me. For a time, I was left still haunted in my dreams. But you've got my soul lifted, my mind shifted, tongue twisted over you.
Welcome back to AFLO and the Poets, and thank you for Khanyisa still being with us.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for those songs that you shared with us. They've hit me somewhere, like somewhere different. You have one more song to share.
Yeah, I do. It's called Parts of the Revolution. I wrote it, well, I must have written it in June, whilst we were still in lockdown. And
Difficult month.
yeah, dealing with a lot of pain, a lot of repressed pain. And I really wanted to, well, I've been looking after myself over that time, and I'm still trying to continue to do that because it's important for us to be in a healthy space, mentally, physically, spiritually, in order to keep fighting for stuff that is right and that is good. So yeah, this song's called Parts of the Revolution. And it's all those little bits that we tend to forget sometimes when we're going out and doing all the activism. Yeah.
Great. I really look forward to this one. This one gives me goosebumps. So yeah, this is Parts of the Revolution.
Rest is part of the revolution. Soak your bones, feed your soul, make a sacred home. Nature's part of the revolution. Walk through green, dip toes in seas, lay in the breeze. Sex is part of the revolution. Kiss their lips, let candles drip, a sensual trip. Do all that you can. This isn't a race. To make sure you're long in the stand. 'Cause this ain't a moment, this is a movement. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, joy is part of the revolution. Laugh till your belly hurts and your heart bursts. Play with dirt. Love is part of the revolution. Help your neighbors, share the labor. I'll stand with you. Oh, rage is part of the revolution. Raise your fists, call out the racist. Take no hits. Do all that you can. This isn't a race. To make sure you're long in the stand. 'Cause this ain't a moment, this is a movement. This ain't a, this is a, this ain't a, this is a, well, this ain't a moment, this is a movement, this is a moment, this is a movement. Ooh.
I love that song so much, Khanyisa. Every time it makes my hair stand on end. So thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for listening.
There's so much like passion and love behind your words. And I think that that's really important to remember when we're fighting in the revolution as we have been this year.
For sure.
And for all the many years before. But I think that song as well, it ties in really well with the artwork that we have today. So these pieces are actually all photos of a sculpture by an incredible artist called M. Namug. And they are a visual creative. They're also a writer, photographer, and a poet. I know everyone's so multi-talented, but through their creative art forms, they generate conversations around social injustices. And this one in particular is super important as it is a memoriam for the victims of the Grenfell Tower fire. And all of their names are handwritten along with last known locations.
It's powerful.
It's so powerful, really moving. And I think it's really important to remember the fallen and the people who can't be with us when we're protesting and continuing to fight for liberation and fighting for equity. But I think what your song brings in as well is that actually love is part of the revolution, and so is joy, and that we need to rest and take care of ourselves.
For sure. To actually like listen to yourself and be like, how much can I do right now? Like, how much am I willing to do? How much can my heart take? How much capacity do I have for all these things? And like just to like still remember and still have that rage, still remember about all these things, especially Grenfell. But because the past is really important, but you know, thinking about your present is also really important.
So important, and that we can't keep moving into the future if we're not looking after ourselves in the present.
Yeah.
Burnout is so real. I think you're so right about trying to tune in and listen to yourself. Have you got any tips for how you do that?
I go for big walks.
Yeah.
And have long showers and water my plants and look after my hair. Little things like that, they mean a lot, you know, eat good food.
Eating good food and hair care is a big one for me as well.
Sure, we have to.
And writing, I guess. Because even like writing about the more painful things and painful experiences can be cathartic in and of themselves.
Yeah.
But then also writing about joy and writing about love.
Yeah.
It's
I
important.
mean, yeah, it's hard sometimes when we're stuck in this world where there's so much negativity and hatred to write about joy. But it is really important that we recognise that, you know, and acknowledge the joy, because we can get so bogged down with all the hardship that we have to go through.
Yeah, no, for sure. I hear you entirely.
Yeah.
I hear you entirely. I think moving forwards as well, it's a really important message to remember, because this movement is not a moment, and it will be a moment if we don't take time to enjoy the moments where there are pleasure, and looking deeper to find the love in really difficult situations.
Yeah.
Black love and black joy is revolutionary.
Absolutely, and we need to celebrate it every day.
Absolutely. So moving forwards, I guess, what's on the cards for Khanyisa?
I have no idea. Basically, I just want to keep being involved with Black Lives Matter, keep writing, try and write an album if I can.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the dream, you know. Whether it gets anywhere or not, it doesn't matter, but it's for my satisfaction, and it's for people that have followed me and really supported me that I want to do that. But yeah, stay involved with activism as much as I can.
And where can people find your work if they want to hear more of it?
It's mainly on Instagram at the moment, but I will be releasing stuff on Spotify.
Yeah? What's your handle?
It's _Khanyisa Joy.
Awesome, awesome.
That's
And if anyone would like to see more of M Namug's work as well, their handle is at MNAMUG, M Namug.
Cool. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, for sure you should. But thank you so much for joining us today, Khanyisa, and thank you for sharing your soul with us. It's been so appreciated.
Thank you for having me and giving me this platform. It's a blessing.
Such a blessing. I have one more poem for you, and it's coming up now. Wear your crown. Many have tried to tame me over the years. Despite my pleas, despite my tears, the conditioning that's taken place may have come from a place of care, but those hands were misled by fear as they drenched me in prayers. Fear of the unknown, fear of the foreign, fear of the unrestrained, fear of the uncommon, but I burst and break these shackles, for I cannot be contained. The unruliness is in my roots, my power always remains. For you can't straighten me out or beat me into submission. My kinks and quirks will stay the same and not dictated by politicians. Allow me to breathe and take up space. Let me feel the wind through my hair. Despite the battles, despite the warfare, my crown remains in place. For my hair is my crown and I wear my crown with pride. Naturally untamed, I know my hair is beautiful. I know it isn't strange. I am sustaining growth and I wear my crown without shame. Thank you for watching AFLO and the Poets, and we hope you join us again next time. Take care.